I'm Pearl, and I'm here with the Grassroots Institute at New York for the Heartland Institute's International Climate Change Conference. And this here is Todd, Wynn from the Cascade Policy Institute in Portland. And Todd, what is the Cascade Institute all about?
Cascade Policy Institute is a free market, nonpartisan think tank that focuses on state and local issues in Oregon. Oregon specific or issues that affect Oregon, so it can be federal law as well.
And what do you do there?
I focus entirely on climate change, energy, and environmental issues in the state.
And why are you here at the Heartland Institute's Climate Change Conference?
You know, being an economist, I'm not a climatologist. I came here more to learn about more of the science than the economics and policy and the political side of it. Kind of get more abreast on a lot of the science issue and up to date on some of the most recent science.
And what's going on with climate change in your part of the country?
Actual climate change in my part of the country, there's not much. I mean,
right.
I believe they've seen maybe a 1 degree Fahrenheit increase in the last 100 years. But actual politics, Oregon's kind of on the far left side on all the politics. They're trying to pass a cap and trade program. There's also got a carbon tax bill proposed, and a lot of other devastating greenhouse gas reductions that could really hurt Oregonians economically.
And what are the goals of some of these emission caps or regulations?
Well, really, I think it comes down to mainly energy rationing. So what they're going to do is they're going to slowly ratchet down these caps to meet these greenhouse gas reduction goals, and it's going to have a real big influence on energy prices for Oregonians, which is going to be quite difficult because already 1 out of 20 Oregonians had their electricity shut off last year due to non-payment. So we can certainly expect that rate to rise with ever-increasing energy prices due to cap and trade or carbon tax type system.
Right. What is the biggest misconception about the climate change or alarmism that you'd like to dispel in Oregon?
Well, recently they came out with the cost of inaction report in Oregon, and it's based on climate scenarios and climate models, and the main thing here is that most of the alarmism and the hysteria is based on climate models, and these climate models attempt to put all these complex interactions on Earth into one simple mathematical model, and that's extremely difficult to do. Being an economist, I like to use models, but I know that they can only go so far and explain so much. So the main myth I'd like to dispel is that these climate models are 100% accurate, and a lot of the scientists or alarmists like to use these models to extrapolate into the future and predict these very disastrous effects that just aren't true.
How do you feel about some of these proposed solutions, and what goals is your institute working towards to maybe offset or provide alternatives to some of these goals?
Well, a lot of people like to say, "Oh, Todd, you're in the hands of big oil. You're an anti-environmentalist." But I really consider myself an environmentalist of all sorts. I care about nature. I care about the successful evolution of humankind and the planet. But the truth is, you got to focus on environmental goals that are achievable, cost-effective, and have a measurable benefit. If the costs outweigh the benefits, it doesn't make sense to charge ahead just on an emotional, heart-tugging issue like saving the planet. Cap and trade, carbon tax, it's all cost, no benefit. And that's what I see for the state of Oregon.
All right. Where can people find out more about your institute?
You know, if you go to cascadepolicy.org, and you can go on to my project, which is called Carbon Cartel Education Project, and I really hit on all the issues of this government cartel that would be created through a carbon regulation and these energy rationing issues.
All right. Todd, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us, and hopefully we'll see you soon in Hawaii.
Definitely, thanks.